it just me, or did we all throw up in the back of our mouths a little bit when Sir Roger Douglas, the man who was raged against tax money ever being spent on anything, told reporters he was entitled to a 90% subsidy for him and the missus to pop over to Rolly Old Europe for a knees up? Now, if it was for work, none of us would have a problem, right? But to claim an entitlement to have 90% of your airfares for a European holiday paid for by the public would be like claiming $1,000 a week accommodation costs in Wellington for non-Wellington based ministers when you already own a home and a base in Wellington. Like Bill English. Pig, trough, snouts, in the, greedy, make a sentence. Finally this week, whānau, the Barack Obama People's Hero of the Week Award. This week, it goes to Barack Obama. Barack is pressuring New Zealand to send more SAS to our pointless war in Afghanistan. But it turns out our SAS have been breaching international protocols by handing prisoners over to the US without telling the Red Cross. Our courageous lads were sending prisoners over to a base nicknamed Camp Slappy because of the torture techniques the Americans used to break prisoners. Now, I don't want to sound critical, but I'm not sure how one wins hearts and minds by sending civilians off to something called Camp Slappy. Apparently the way to win hearts and minds in New Zealand, however, is by embedding New Zealand Herald reporter Patrick Gower with an all-expenses-paid trip to Afghanistan to write patriotic puff pieces on the challenge of building freedom and democracy, all paid for by the US State Department. In the old days, that was called propaganda. These days, it's called embedded journalism. That's it for the show, whānau. Don't forget the conversation continues online at temeki.blogspot.com. Good night, New Zealand. You stay classy, Aotearoa. Righto.